This episode of the DisCast was recorded on April 30th, 2014 at discast.us/live. Tune in Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern to watch the show, or watch recorded episodes on YouTube and iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at DisCastShow to enter the trivia contest and more. If you're feeling generous, please throw us a PayPal donation on our website. It would really help us a lot. Thank you, and enjoy the DisCast. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas. To our new listeners, we welcome you aboard our podcast Highway in the Sky and hope you've enjoyed the past week. For those of you standing, please hold on to your headphones at all times and stand clear of the doors. For the comfort of others, no trolling please. Thank you, and enjoy the DisCast. Hey, what is up guys? It is Ryan, and welcome to the DisCast. Today is April 30th, 2014, and it is shortly after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hello, Darren.
Hey, how are you?
I am very well. How are you?
Wet.
I'm wearing a dress shirt because I just came from a concert. Took off the rest of my suit. Here.
I am now wearing spilled water. So.
That's always great.
Yeah.
You showed me all the water bottles you've amassed over there.
Yeah. That's like from between like yesterday and today.
Oof. I have a Arnold Palmer Culotta from Dunkin' Donuts. By the way, this is
about a minute ago.
It's amazing. It's Arnold Palmer, so iced tea and lemonade, frozen, and I mean, what more can you ask for, right?
Yeah.
It's
Brian,
okay.
how's your week been?
My week's been pretty good. Pretty good. Lots of changes and things and good things going on, and it's been very good.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we have also it's a very, very good week for Disney news.
I have to download the show notes.
Oh, really?
I think. Did
I
get
you
them
can
yet?
download them already. So you have them somewhere. Just search. Because there's tons and tons of things.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. You can go into it blind if you want. You kind of know what's going on, right?
Yeah. No, I pulled it up.
Yeah,
I
so
got it.
we've got tons and tons of stuff going on, so we definitely want to start as soon as we can. So let's go right along, starting with our trivia. You ready? Let's do it. All right. So, guys, last week on the trivia section, we asked you guys to tell us which Disney coaster was the first coaster ever to have a synchronized soundtrack. And your winner is at Princess Travel on Twitter for her answer of Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster. Congratulations to you, Princess. You will go on the card of winners after the show because I don't have a pen near me. So there'll be that.
Yeah.
There you go.
How's the index card coming?
Index card's coming very well, actually.
Is it like
I can write her name on it with a colored pencil.
Is it getting filled up?
Oh, Justin V321 donates a DisCast. So there you go. Justin, you are our executive producer for this week. So there you go.
Thank you for helping keep the show up. Donations do a lot for us. They help us keep the website up and, pay for things like XSplit and, keep us up and running and doing this and all that good stuff.
Yes. There you go, Princess Travel, you're on here now. And interesting thing, talking about our stream itself. Now,
yes.
as you guys have known since August... Oh, what did you say? Sorry. What?
I said, do you want to cover this?
Do you want to?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure, go ahead.
So we've been on Twitch for about 8 or 9 months as of now, and we're in the middle of deciding on a transition. This transition would be from switching over from Twitch to YouTube live streaming. Personally, because I'm a YouTube partner, I've had a lot of experience with this, and I know that alone YouTube servers are great. There's virtually no lag within YouTube live streams, so it's a good experience.
Yeah. Also, we're kind of going against Twitch's terms of service because we're not playing
100%.
games. You're supposed to play games on Twitch, and we're not doing that. So it's okay because what you guys need to know, all you need to do is make sure you're watching DisCast on discast.us/live. As long as you're watching there, nothing will change. The page will get updated automatically, and everything will be fine. All right. So
now,
if you're not watching on
this,
discast.us, make sure you're there. Sorry, what?
Are we gonna? Oh, okay, whatever.
Alright. We're gonna try it out. If you guys don't like it, you can obviously let us know, and we'll see what our alternatives are.
I've been doing live streams through YouTube for 4 or 5 months on an alternate channel just to see what's up with it.
Right.
Personally, I've had no problems with it. Friends who use it have no problems with it. It mostly comes down to if you're using the right software.
Yes.
Things like OBS.
OBS is terrible.
They tend to fall short with that. It's more designed for the serious streamers.
Yeah.
So XSplit, which is industry standard in live streaming. is pretty good as far as YouTube live streams
Yep.
go.
So obviously we're just gonna switch it out, and see what you guys think. Just let us know on Twitter at DisCast Show and all that cool stuff, and that will be.
We're also doing this
next week
because we kind of want to boost the way the YouTube channel is going.
Oh, right.
now,
also that
we have around followers on Twitch, 100 followers on Twitch. Whatever they're.
A little less on YouTube.
Their unit of measurement, as far as whatever. And so we want to start boosting the YouTube side of it,
right,
rather than the Twitch side of it, because we essentially get nothing out of Twitch.
Yeah, but YouTube we can actually start gaining some revenue to help buy other stuff for the channel.
It's not just that; it's just the overall advertising for us.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, plus
advertising
we could set up streams like before they happen.
Right.
So we could be like, it'll send out an announcement being like, hey, this stream starts in an hour.
Yeah.
Whereas with Twitch, you'll get it something
when it starts.
Like after it starts sometimes. Sometimes it's nowhere near correct.
Yep.
We're gonna try it, we're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, and hopefully it all works out well. Now we have our trivia question for this week for you guys. Your question is: which current Walt Disney World resort was originally planned to be Asian themed? That is, which current Walt Disney World Resort hotel was originally planned to be Asian themed? If you think you know the answer, do not put it in the Twitch chat. Make sure you go out onto Twitter. There you go, Legit Miners all over it. Tag us at DisCast Show using the hashtag DisCastTrivia with your answer, and you will be in the running to win and go on our index card of winners for a prize at a later date. So that's that. And there you go. That is your trivia for this week. And now we're going to go on to our copious amounts of news.
And before we do that, I'd just like to give a quick mention out to Spectra Radio.
Spectra
Radio.
Radio.
Like Disney music. We like Disney music. You have something in common with us, so congrats. If you enjoy Disney music, there's some links all over the DisCast website saying love Disney park music. Check out our sponsor, Spectra Radio.
Here, Darren,
check out.
Point to the bottom left corner of your camera. Other one. Well, so a little to the left. Yeah, there you go. There's the logo.
Yeah.
That kind of worked. Darren can't actually see what's going on, so...
Yeah, so...
Yeah, it worked. Okay, so there you go, guys. Spectra Radio is amazing, 24/7 Disney Parks music. There you go, spectraradio.blogspot.com. I listen to it whenever I'm doing homework, pretty much.
Yeah.
I just pop it on, and it's good to do some Disney.
You know what you learn using that? You learn the diversity of Disney and how awful the Walt Disney World music is compared to some of the other places.
It's all really good, though.
Like...
Absolutely, it's all very good.
Disney parks in Asia have, without a doubt, the best Disney music.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I recently learned about Nightfall Glow.
Nightfall Glow.
It's a parade that they do at night.
Okay.
If it's raining.
Oh, that's interesting.
In Tokyo Disney.
Tokyo.
So what happens with it is, if it's raining, they have like this 5-minute waterproof parade with like the characters and stuff that goes around, instead of like the normal Main Street Electrical parade.
It's pretty cool. I like it. All right,
yeah.
So we're gonna go on to our news because we have lots and lots of things to talk about. So here we go with our news. All right, guys. So first things first, My Magic Plus received especially FastPass Plus system had a huge update this past Monday. Now I'm gonna go into the specifics of that with you guys. I'm gonna read out all the bullet points of what's changed and what's kind of happened as a result and how the strategies have changed. So first up, once your original 3 FastPass selections have been used, you can visit a FastPass Plus kiosk in the park and make a new FastPass Plus selection. One additional FastPass Plus can be made at a time. Once the additional selection has been used, or after the arrival time passes, another selection can be made at an in-park kiosk, much like Legacy FastPass used to be. Keep in mind, you cannot do this on your My Disney Experience app. You must go to an in-park kiosk to do it, which makes sense.
That balances out the system.
Yes. Now, the additional selection can be made at a different park than the original 3 selections, but it must be made at a kiosk inside the required park. Mm-hmm. So that means park hopping. So if I want to go to Soarin' and have a fast pass for Soarin', I have to be in Epcot to make it. However, if I was in Magic Kingdom all day and used my fast passes there, I don't need to be in Magic Kingdom. So park hopping is supported now,
which is great. See, what did we discuss this 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, where we said that they're starting to listen to
Oh yeah,
people.
yep. And this is Tony Baxter saying, not Tony Baxter. I don't know why I said Tony Baxter. Tom Staggs. Tom Staggs. I don't know why I said Tony Baxter. Sorry. Tom Staggs said, I want to fix everything because he wants to be CEO. But that's besides the point. He's actually fixing it. So good on him. Good on him. So there is no limit to the number of additional selections you can have. And also, Epcot and Hollywood Studios, you know how they have the tiered systems for the original 3?
Yeah.
They don't have the tier for the additional ones.
Uh-huh.
So I can go on Rock and Roller Coaster, Beauty and the Beast, and I don't know, whatever's a tier 2.
Okay, so here's how you abuse the system, right? And this is with Hollywood Studios, respectively.
Well, you could do this, you could have done this with Legacy Fast Pass as well.
No, hear me out. Okay, so you get your 3 Fast Passes for the rides, right? Then you go back later in the day. It's like, let's say an hour before Fantasmic starts. Then you get a Fast Pass for Fantasmic.
Right? Yeah, if they're not gone already.
True.
That's a very big thing. And also, are the Fast Pass seats, they're just probably going to be in the, they're probably in the section with the dining people?
Yeah,
right?
That's what the Fast Pass
Yeah,
section
it's not that
is.
big of a deal, really.
True.
I mean, I've been in both.
There's more space, that's what it is.
Yeah.
There's just more,
Yeah.
room.
In the long run, it doesn't really matter. You're at Fantasmic and you're hearing the amazing music. That is fantastic. Now, of course, all 3 of your initial selections must terminate before you can make another one. And this is the kicker. Yeah. What this has done is that it has made late night Fast Passes and later Fast Pass Plus selections obsolete. No one wants them anymore. Because if I make, once again, say I initially had a Fantasmic reservation, right?
No.
I can't do anything. No, this is just hypothetical, okay?
Yeah.
I can't have any extra Fast Passes. If I plan on going to dinner in Epcot, right? And so I get a late night Soarin' reservation.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have any additional Fast Passes for that day. And I don't like that.
Okay, well, here's the thing with this, to the educated Disney goer, which I would consider both of us to be, right?
Yeah.
We see this as, okay, you book all 3 Fast Passes in the morning, and then you're just set. Then you're good, then you can just do whatever you want rest of the day.
Honestly.
But to the average Disney person, they're not 100% sure of how Fast Pass works.
Right.
When you look at
unless they talk to their travel agent,
when you
their
start
travel
getting...
agent says everything. But that's one thing.
Yeah, but those are the people that are really going out of their way and deserve it. But the
Yeah.
people that are just like casually going, we know what we're doing. We're going to Disney. Who cares?
Yeah.
But, to those people, they're going to look at this. They're going to be like, there's tiers and there's this and there's that. I don't know. Let's just pick 3 rides. And then they're just going to pick random times. They're going to be like, hey, let's do 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and then 1 at night.
And I'm pretty sure the default things it gives you are things like that.
Yeah. And then unless you go back and change it, then it changes.
Yeah. So, well, there you go. So your additional ones have to be made at a kiosk. You can park hop, but of course, all 3 of your initial selections must terminate before you can
I'd
do
like to
another one.
clarify that My Magic Plus and Fast Pass Plus are still in testing. The full release isn't until tomorrow.
Yes, I was gonna say.
Okay.
The media event is happening now.
There's so much stuff going on.
No, Spectro and Flimsy, you cannot make your additional selection from your phone. You have to do it at a kiosk. That's how it works.
Yeah. That's how they keep people from cheating the system.
Yeah.
Just spamming up Fast Passes.
Yes. Now, I've said it before. I'll say it again. It should be Legacy Fast Pass digitized. I don't understand what the limitation is with the late night Fast Passes. In fact, the Disney blog told everyone on Twitter that he was going to go speak with the team behind My Magic Plus and Fast Pass Plus this Friday at lunch or whatever. And he asked, does anybody have any questions for them? And that is the question I asked. I asked, are they going to do anything?
Why did this cost $2 billion?
No, I didn't ask that. I asked, what are they going to do anything to give new purpose to late night Fast Passes? And he said, that's a very good question. I'll make sure to ask it. So he is going to ask it. Hopefully I get my answer. Hopefully it's something that we want to hear.
Or maybe it'll be like that.
Or maybe they're just gonna give their BS press. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
they're just gonna give their BS press answer, probably. But hopefully we get something out of it. It's, I'm hoping. I can hope, right? That's
thing. No, you totally can.
Another thing with their Fast Pass Plus kiosk is they're now offering their first language other than English, which is Spanish, and they have more languages choices coming in the future. So right now, when you go up to it, you can choose your language before you scan. So before you scan, you have to make sure you pick your language, English or Spanish, and they're gonna have more coming soon.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's all. Nothing too much about that. Moving right along to some structural news. The Transportation Ticket Center second ferry boat that we talked about is now open and operational. Here's a picture of a ferry leaving from it right now. You can see some poly crane in the background. The one at Magic Kingdom's not open yet. However, Transportation Ticket Center one is. I don't really know how that's working, so I guess they're all funneling into...
Yeah, I guess that makes
whatever.
sense, though.
It just sounds like everything's backed up. But think about that.
No, I wouldn't imagine that they're backed up. I just imagine things are getting in and out faster, right?
Right, yeah. And also, they're testing, I don't know if you knew this, they're testing wait times for the monorail and the ferry boats. Like an attraction wait time.
I don't think that there's value in that, though.
I don't know. It's just for for people who aren't...
Is that with the consideration that maybe they'll add in busing?
Maybe, but busing you can't even do because it's on public roads. Yeah?
What do you mean?
I don't think that you can do that accurately with buses because they're on public roads. I mean,
no,
I guess
I'm
you could...
talking about... No. I'm saying if they're tracking things like monorails and stuff, maybe if they're discovering that the wait times are, like, crazy long...
Oh.
Maybe they'll start running buses.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I think it's more of a
It's more just like
it's more of an informational thing. Here, guests,
Yeah.
here are the wait times for your next monorail. It's not going to be anything long, obviously, but it's also going to take into account the line.
Yeah, and time of season. That's why getting a general number for like attraction wait times is so difficult.
Yeah. And now, obviously, you people who don't go at hotels, always take the resort line. It's always going to be quicker.
I saw somebody posted on Twitter.
Oh,
on
yes,
Sunday.
yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I remember
where there
who it
was
was.
a massive line for the ferry to Magic Kingdom, and then there was a massive line for the Express monorail to Magic Kingdom. Now, all the uneducated Disney goers don't know that the resort monorail also goes to the Magic Kingdom, and there was no line for it.
Yeah. And also, they don't make it... It's very inconspicuous. It's right in the corner of the Transportation Ticket Center, you know what I mean?
I feel like that's on purpose.
Yeah,
though.
definitely, and I love it. I've loved that ever since. I'm always grateful for that, because in the morning I'll be going to Epcot or whatever, and I'll see this huge line at the Transportation Ticket Center, people trying to get onto the Express monorail to Magic Kingdom, and I'm just like, nobody notices there's no line in the resort monorail. Like, sometimes when there's the casuals, Mumsy says. Yeah, sometimes when there's like a really long wait, some of the cast members will kind of siphon them into there, but for the most part, yeah.
See, now, do you think that's just, like, an ignorance thing of, like, oh, I don't know? Or is that, like, I can't be bothered, just stop at all the different resorts?
I think it's more of an I don't know. If people knew, they would do it. That's my opinion. All right, so, Seven Dwarves Mine Train. Guys, we got so much stuff going on. The stage for the press event has been set up. It is set for this kind of into this weekend is the whole press event surrounding New Fantasyland being completed, especially Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and
now note,
My Magic
this
Plus as
does
well.
not mark the opening of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
It's a press event. Now,
and from what we've heard from people is that that's not going to be done for a few more weeks.
That's what. Yeah, it's a very we don't know type thing. Cast members.
It's a very Disney missed the deadline type
cast
thing.
members were on Monday morning. Cast members were running Monday morning. They did the commercial filming last week, but they still have like an Imagineer just parked outside. Though. There's an Imagineer like parked outside the attraction saying, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be a late May opening."
Yeah. Did you hear what happened with the cast members on Monday?
The cast members on Monday. No.
Less than 100 CMs rode, and
it was managers mostly, I think.
Yeah, and it was a lot of like issues with it.
Issues.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is why they don't have guests on it yet, guys.
It failed 4 different parts of the envelope test. For those of you who don't know what the envelope test, it's where they put this massive machine type thing on top of the car, and they have these little posts attached to it, and they push it through the ride and see if any of the posts come down. If the post goes down, that means that's a potential spot where somebody could like hit their arm or hit their head or something.
Yeah. Obviously, all safety things.
Yeah, like 5 of those went down. So.
Yeah. Wait, McNate, you have a fast pass for Seven Dwarfs? In 5 weeks? So there you go, guys.
Fast passes went public for it.
If they're public for it, that means there has to be an opening date.
I think that they're just set up for June.
Okay.
Because everybody's saying late May. You know, I was watching forums fill up today all over the place, and
yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting if you follow this closely as I have. You know, just the politics of everything. It's crazy how I guess behind schedule they are. Like they're months behind schedule. The ride's also a lot smaller than it should have been. If you see the structure of it, you could tell where like things were supposed to go, but they just didn't have the money or the track abilities to do something like that. Right. You could tell it was budgeted.
Yeah.
Like I could say this a million times. Disney shouldn't have spent $2 billion on My Magic Plus. They should have spent $2 billion on New Fantasyland.
All right. I'm sorry. I was just reading stuff.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I don't see anything.
So anywho, less than 100 CMs ordered on Monday, which is not a good sign.
Yeah. But you know, we don't know anything. So
animatronics weren't running, and
but however, we did have a video come up this morning, this afternoon. What Disney Parks YouTube channel calls a full ride through. It's most of a ride through. We're going to watch it right now. So mute your mic, Darren, and we're gonna ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, guys. Seven Dwarves Mine Train, everybody. Did you guys like it? Did you do your hand motions with us? Did you get decapitated like Darren did? What if Darren fell?
I'm a tall guy.
Darren is killing it.
Where'd my hands go? I almost fell out of my chair when I did like the I did like one really sharp turn and I like almost fell out of my chair.
How long before these animatronics go Yeti? That's a good point. You know?
I give it 2 years.
2 years? They look really cool.
Here's the thing. They're not as difficult to fix as the Yeti, though.
Yeah.
The Yeti wasn't budgeted. The Yeti was a pretty big, expensive thing. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was made on a budget, so it's cheap.
Yeah. But, in good news, all the walls are down now, so basically all of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is in the public eye. So that's...
Well, the outside, at least.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Look, Disney has kept a very closed mouth about things like most of it.
Hey Spectre, that's how marketing works. He said Fantasyland expansion, 2 new rides, 4 years of fanfare.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
I was reading a post with Darren, I told it to you too, about the theme park wars, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's a point that they brought up, and how Disney's kind of milking the whole new Fantasyland thing, and they've kind of fallen behind as a result. But that's a topic for another day, because we got more things to cover. Now, guys,
we'll get back to this, I assure you.
Yes, we will definitely get back to it. Now.
No, Flimsy, the second ride is Little Mermaid.
Cast members were told that there would be helicopter flyovers at Epcot and the Magic Kingdom between 9:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. on April 27th, and at 5:30 a.m. to midday on the 28th. And yes, this happened. They were not told the purpose of the flyovers, but there were things. They happened. And we are pretty sure...
Positive.
We're
almost 99.99% plus an additional 0.001% positive.
We're pretty sure that it's the new Soren tapes. So we're going to watch a little bit of the helicopter flying over right now.
Can I talk over this while we're going this time? Okay, so a few weeks ago, we had first mentioned, mostly me, about the fact that Soren was in major need of repairs.
Yeah.
Spectra mentioned it, Ryan mentioned it. We were all pretty much on the same page. How is this going to compete with all the new stuff going on at Universal? And we weren't the only ones complaining about this. Everybody was. Disney has taken the initiative, and rumors are flying. They are soaring.
Ha!
The new Soren.
Soren. I got it. That's pretty funny.
So we don't know the specifics of it. All we know is that there was a recent flyover of the Magic Kingdom, which you're watching right now,
Epcot too.
and a flyover of Epcot.
So it's probably Soren. I don't know what else it would be, to be perfectly honest.
If you watch the camera motions of the helicopter, if you watch the way that they're moving, it looks like Soren. Like the way that they're going in, and
yeah, like
it's not
Soren
like
thing.
Helicopter tours.
Everyone likes your joke.
Really?
You like your Soren joke. It was a pretty good pun, you know. I'm a sucker for those puns.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's some of the helicopters. Hopefully we have cool things to look forward to from the Soren expansion. Yeah. So next up, so the Main Street Bakery opened about a year ago, you'd say.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, people have kind of been sad that they don't have too many baked goods anymore, straying from their original bakery feel. And so to combat that, Starbucks is bringing, I know you know La Boulange, the company that handles the baked goods at Starbucks. No.
No.
La Boulange.
I don't like Starbucks.
La Boulange. Well, if you go to Starbucks, you'll know that La Boulange has been the company that's been handling the baked goods at Starbucks for the past 8-9 months, maybe a year now. And now they are going to also bring La Boulange baked goods to the Starbucks locations in Walt Disney World. They're going to bring... they're all going to be warm things. So it'll be croissants, sticky buns, les brownies, and cookies.
Wow.
Yeah, all those are
That was horrible.
authentic French things, by the way. Okay.
How authentic was that?
I don't know. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
And
that
so
was
now,
impressive.
Yes. Thank you. I lived in France for 27 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. In fact, that's where I was. That's why I'm wearing a suit, because everyone wears a suit in
Ah,
France.
yeah.
That makes sense, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't in France, guys. Okay. Boom. So that's that. Starbucks and La Boulange baked goods. Everything. Whenever I say something in French, I have to say it in that voice. I can't not do it.
Ryan, aren't you so glad that we were both invited to the Disney press event tonight?
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah.
We're there right now, actually. These are green screens of our rooms behind us. Right?
We're not really here.
Yeah. Oh no, I locked it down. There's 7 dwarves.
Yeah, that was us legitimately riding. So
Yeah, we were actually there.
Like, I lost my head.
Yes.
Yes.
This is again movie magic. We're taking images from past episodes and just kind of putting them on the green screen of Darren's room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darren's head's actually right over. He's right below me over here. Hi, Darren's head. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Darren, R.I.P. Darren's head.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it. Good enough. Screwing it in backwards.
R.I.P. Darren's head. All right. So that's that. And now I put this in the show notes, Darren. You want to read what I put in the show notes for everybody?
Ah, jeez. Something stupid. Much like the plague, the new paint scheme spreads as far as Epcot goes. Before you say anything, I like it.
It's actually the pictures that we saw now. They look better than the previous ones.
Look, this is how I am about everything. You know, Disney releases these stupid like half pictures, and people take these half pictures where you don't see the full thing in action.
And now we see the
and
full
it looks terrible. And then you see it, and it's like kaleidoscopy, and the things like they actually match. Like the browns are by the Starbucks, and like there's like blue and greens by Mouse Gear, and it's like It's like really like a paint palette, and I love it.
Yes. Now
From
that
a creative standpoint, it looks great.
yes. Now I'm sorry to all the people who designed and worked on the paint in Epcot because, you know, I originally I saw it, I hated it. I saw these pictures and I thought, oh wow, that actually looks better because now we see the entire plaza and everything. So it's all, you know, about how you look at it, obviously.
Look, I hate when Disney does this. When Disney goes through and they do something like half, like they do half of something, or they do a small section of something, it looks awful.
Yeah. Like when the castle wasn't done.
Yeah. There's no reason that Disney
There's another
doesn't
picture
have that Disney doesn't have the manpower to do this type of stuff in one night.
I think it's
Right,
more
they-
of a paint coats. Different paint coats have to set and things.
You know, there's no reason that they couldn't have laid like the base coat for everything the same day, and then they just go back and back and back.
You're not a painter, so don't pretend like you know how painters work.
I never said I was.
All right, so maybe there's very much more in-depth things that go into painting that you don't realize.
Look, there are so many things that go into so many things I don't realize, and it's crazy. But from a bystander standpoint, like
Yes.
myself, who gets these stupid pictures of everything and isn't told anything by anyone, and I'm just left here assuming, it seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. Legit asks, do you ever think they would create a Disney park in England? No.
No.
Euro Disney already does really bad. Disneyland Paris isn't doing that great. Most years they struggle to break even. So will they have another one in Europe? Definitely not. You know what?
Legit minor, you're forgetting that Europe, every single country in Europe is right on top of each other. I was talking to somebody I know who lives in Northern Ireland, which is further off the coast of
John
England.
Blum.
Yeah.
Haven't talked to him in a long time.
It's a 45-minute
Drive.
plane ride
Plane ride.
from Belfast to Paris.
Yeah.
Like everything's right on top of each other.
Yes.
There's no need for
Now,
it.
guys, and also you have to remember, legit, the weather in England's pretty crummy. If English people want to go on vacation, they go to the south of France or they go to America. And where do they go in America? Walt Disney World. It's much better than Disneyland Paris for them because you know it's better. It's more of a trip too. There you go, Craig. Make a Disney World in the Sahara Desert. I like it. Let's do it.
Spectro,
It'll be
a new
Aladdin
paint
themes.
scheme isn't the answer to the 8,000 problems going on in future world.
No, but you know who is the
But
answer?
it's a step in the right direction.
You want to know who the
It's
answer
a-
is? The answer is Tom
You
Fitzgerald.
understand? Ah.
Segue.
Why don't you educate the people?
What?
Why don't you educate the people on who Tom Fitzgerald
will.
is?
So, Tom Fitzgerald was, or he
Gerald.
still is, he is leading the Walt Disney Imagineering team at Disneyland Paris, and right now he's finishing the Ratatouille attraction that we talked about, and he's going to then move over to head of creative direction of Epcot. Apparently, this is news to me, Disney is poised to begin a major reimagineering of Epcot. All right.
Did you hear his quote?
Looking
He
to
wants
restore the
he wants-
original
yeah.
intent of the park in both Future World and World
Yeah.
Showcase.
Yeah, baby. You know what this means? New Soren is real.
Probably. Yes. Were these paint jobs okayed by Tom? Who knows?
Probably not.
Take it all
You know what?
down!
You know what? Rather than nothing going on, at least this is something. At least Disney's acknowledging that the park exists.
Right.
Like somebody said on a post, I forget what it was. It was they were discussing about how much of a moneymaker Hollywood studio isn't.
Was.
And at the end they put Epcot still doesn't enough booze to justify its existence because Epcot is in shambles. There's no consistency with anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What does Nemo have to do with the future?
Well, it was the seas. And
What does Nemo have to do with the future?
what does the seas have to do with the future?
Nothing.
I know. But it is a good... The seas, the land, they will have some kind of...
What does Phineas and Ferb have to do with the world?
Oh, right, yeah.
Nothing.
It's alright.
You see, Disney's just like, hey, we have these big names, let's just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, also, we're going to talk about Hollywood Studios and what we think is going to happen there next week, I think. Right? Do you want to do that? Yeah.
Yeah, that could be next week's topic.
Yeah. We'll get to you more on what's going to happen. We're going to read that forum post next week, too. Provided there's not a billion things of news.
Speculation.
Yeah. So that's that in terms of the Epcot direction. However, there have been more staff changes. And this is a big one. All right. So, Disney has acquired a new dude who's pretty well known in the community. Yeah, and now here's his name. His name is Scott Trowbridge, and he is tasked with starting a new dedicated Star Wars studio at Walt Disney Imagineering. You heard me right. Walt Disney Imagineering and a dedicated Star Wars studio. What does this mean? There are plans for Star Wars expansion in the parks. We haven't been told anything yet, but there are definitely plans because this guy is on it. You guys want a portfolio for this guy? All right, he is the lead portfolio leader at Disneyland. He was previously working at research and development and doing some of the Blue Sky stuff. By the way, I went to the Blue Sky place when I was in Disneyland. It's really cool. They have a bunch of really cool Imagineering relics and things from the years. They have a John Lasseter signed shovel from when they broke ground in Cars Land. Has some pretty cool stuff. That's besides the point. So Trowbridge, he joined WDI after designing much of Islands of Adventure at Universal. So this guy basically made Islands of Adventure. He's been doing research and development stuff with Disney Imagineering for years, and now he's the leader. He's the future of Star Wars in our parks, and we think it's going to be Hollywood Studios. We're going to tell you all about what we think is going to happen to Star Wars next week.
Okay, let me put in on that real quick. Okay, so this guy, he had such an impact on Island of Adventure. He did most of the work, not the physical, man labor work, but most of the idea work for Hollywood Studio, not Islands of Adventure. Now, Island of Adventure isn't crazy famous for theming up until recently with Harry Potter, but just think about the rides and the level of entertainment that Island of Adventure brings up to the table. Mm-hmm. That's mostly this guy. Yeah,
and it's really funny because now he's working for the competition, who are kind of annoyed that Islands of Adventure is getting so big.
Yeah, and now I feel like that might be part of the reason why.
And also,
hey, this guy did something.
Yes,
right?
And now we're also going to talk about that whole dynamic next week, because that's going to be our big topic for next week. I don't want to spoil anything now. He's the broder of Islands of Adventure. The broder. Okay. No one's gonna. Most people won't get. Most of our audience will get it, and that's the sad part. But yeah.
Whatever.
Yes.
I wouldn't have read that out loud, but
now Disney has not announced. I'm sorry. I just kind of read things that I see. Disney has not yet announced any plans for a theme park attraction based on Star Wars. There's been no announcements. However,
there has been hype at D23 though.
There's been hype. We have some pretty good idea as to what we think is going to happen. Once again, next week we're going to tell you all about that. It's very exciting. I love me some Star Wars. Craig, you're going to want to go to Walt Disney World after this is all said and done. I guarantee it.
Yep. Give it a few years and you're set.
Yep, if it's anything like I think. However, there's going to be some monetary constraints, etc., etc.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
I bet you won't read this out loud unless you do.
Oh, wow. Mind blown.
Yeah, somebody said to not read it out loud.
I know.
So I read it out loud.
I will not stop teasing. Everybody must come and watch next week. Actually, if you were in Mumble with me a few hours ago, I think I might have pasted the link in there. But there was 3 people, so I guarantee you no one here was there. So, okay. Moving right along. We got through this much quicker than I thought we were going to. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing. So, Star Wars weekends.
Drag back into Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, they're coming up soon.
Yes, they are. And we have a full celebrity host lineup for the entire event. So first up, the weekend number 1 is May 16th to May 18th. There will be everyone's favorite Ahmed Best, the wonderful man behind Jar Jar Binks. Also, there will be Peter Mayhew, who is Chewbacca, and Vanessa Marshall, who is Hera Syndulla in the new upcoming show Star Wars Rebels. From weekend 2, May 23rd to 25, all the Yogscast fans' favorite Star Wars character, Warwick Davis, who plays Wicket W. Warwick. Also Jeremy Bullock, who plays Boba Fett, and Tia Sircar, who is Sabrine Wren in Star Wars Rebels. The next week, May 30th to June 1st, we have Ray Park, Darth Maul, who's Darth Maul. We have John Ratzenberger, who is Major Bren Derlin. You guys might know him from his other work.
8,000 Pixar movies.
Yeah. Weekend 4, which is June 6th to June 8th, we have Mark Hamill, so everyone knows as Luke Skywalker. He was also Darth Bane in the Clone Wars. Yeah, little known fact. But he's also going to be in episode 7. That's which the cast list was actually announced yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, 2 years ago, something like that. And then Ray Park will also be there. He's Darth Maul. Didn't he win something for makeup, or was that Sidious? Or did both of them win?
I believe they both won.
Yeah.
Not sure though.
Darth Maul is really well done. Yeah, he's Darth Maul, Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian, and Taylor Gray, again, who is Ezra Bridger in Star Wars Rebels. Then Weekend 5, which is June 13th to the 15th, D. Bradley Baker.
D. Bradley Baker is one of the best voice actors in the world.
Oh, definitely. He was Captain Rex and the clones in the Clone Wars.
He's also Perry the Platypus.
Yes, he is. He's Perry the Platypus. He's all the additional voices in the Clone Wars, pretty much. And Perry the Platypus. And you can go on IMDb. He's been so many different things. Things that you wouldn't have thought were him are him. Yes. Kat Tabor, who was Padme in the Clone Wars. Tom Kane, who was Yoda, the series narrator, and he's also the monorail voice right now, isn't he? Tom Kane?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Tom Kane, Yoda. He's the series narrator for the Clone Wars, and he's also additional characters in the Clone Wars. He's also your voice of the Walt Disney World monorail system. So yeah. Matt Lanter, who is Anakin Skywalker, and additional characters in the Clone Wars. And Steve Blum, who's Zeb Orrelios from Star Wars Rebels. Yes, we did, Craig. I think I just mentioned that.
What?
That the cast list for 7 just came out yesterday. So yeah, we did know that. Now, if you didn't notice, there is one Star Wars Rebels person every week. Obviously to hype up this show, which is coming when? This fall?
Yeah.
So there you go. They have all these people coming from the show.
Just to remind everybody on those dates, the first weekend is May 16th to 18th. Second weekend is May 23rd to the 25th. Third weekend is May 30th to June 1st. Fourth weekend is June 6th through 8th. And then the final weekend, which would be number 5, is June 13th through 15th.
Yep.
So
I want to get down there for Star Wars because I've said it so many times.
Yeah.
Some more little small news. The quick service fountain drink price has increased, like 25,
50 cents,
something like that. Yeah. Also, the churro prices at Disneyland have increased, 25 cents.
Oh, the humanity.
I know. Well, there's people who are actually not happy about that. Boom. Also, there was a Disney Infinity 2.0 press event today, I believe. Ricky Brigante was there. He was giving out invitations to go. I wanted to go, except you had to provide your own transportation, and it's in LA. So, yeah.
Problems.
I wouldn't be here now, because I'm there. I mean, I'd be able to come in.
Yeah, maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
So, Seven Dwarf stuff. It's getting to the end.
So it's getting to.
Have you put up a picture of what the dedication stage looks like?
Oh no, I have not. I can get a picture of it right now. I think I have it. Oh.
It's not impressive by any stretch of the imagination.
It's not too impressive.
It's just a stage.
Magic.
Although there's like some wood boxes and some stones and.
Okay, hold
WDW Magic posted a fantastic picture earlier today, which was this massive overhead view. I'll tweet it out on my personal Twitter, but it really shows this ride in its full glorious state. Ryan, I'll send it to you if you want to put it up real quick.
All right. Wait, what?
The picture that I'm referencing.
Okay. Seven Dwarves apparently is officially listed on the
My Disney Experience.
Yeah, on the attraction list.
Mm-hmm.
So that's there. Here, let me pull up the picture really, really quickly.
it definitely it shows the ride, and it shows the detail and the work and just everything that went into this ride.
Yep, here it is. It's just the stage.
I'm so excited
I'm
for
very
it.
excited. Can't wait
looking
for
at
all the
this
footage to
picture,
come out
just-
tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very exciting. That's that. I mean, to say the least, it's gonna be very, very exciting. What's the picture you sent me?
You're gonna see and you're gonna be like, wow, it's a great shot.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yes, it's a really, really cool picture.
So, Seven Dwarfs, man.
I think I already had that one up, actually. Yeah.
It's gonna be great. I'm excited.
Yes, yes, yes.
I forget who somebody was mentioning, referencing this to Animal Kingdom and Expedition Everest. I believe it was Unspoken.
Yeah, it was.
I know that Spectre wasn't going into as much detail as Unspoken was, but now he's gone. So whatever. But going back to that, comparing those two rides are so different. The pinnacle of Expedition Everest was the Yeti,
Right.
whereas this is just a ride.
Yeah.
There's no pinnacle in this besides the cool ride system, which is the rocking back and forth in the car.
Yeah, I mean, it has some stuff going for it. Snow White and
The
Seven Dwarfs
animatronics are definitely cool, but they're not going to break like Yeti did. And if they do break, it's not as difficult of a possible replace as Yeti.
Because if I just
currently is.
change the screen that's on their face,
Yeah.
when they're fixed.
Or just bring in a whole new animatronic, and that could only take a week?
I
the
don't know.
most.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah, but Dobie's the big guy that they're pushing around. I'm sure if that one breaks, everybody would be like, Or they just change up the animation. Once you have the rigs made, animating isn't too crazy as far as facial animation goes.
Right.
You just set a few keyframes and you're set.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not more than, if it were to break, a week or two's fix.
Yeah, probably. That's a good
So rest assured, this ride is set for longevity.
Indeed.
But
from
having
the
issues.
ride vehicle, it seems like a glorified Big Thunder.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Well,
problem with that. I like
that's
Big
what
Thunder.
the,
It's Big Thunder with more stuff on it,
Yeah, that's what the speculation was.
That's what
we were
said
told
the
the
first
ride
time.
restraints.
Yeah, the ride restraints, and we knew what the height restrictions were going to be a year ago.
Yeah.
And we said it then, and we were pretty much right on that one.
Yeah.
Don't you love it when you get correct speculation?
Yeah, I was the same
Love that
way
feeling.
about the MK Hub, where somebody called me out and they're like, "This isn't confirmed, and it's probably not going to happen." Then the next day, Disney confirmed
Yes.
it.
We confirmed it before Disney.
It's not even confirmed it. We just mentioned it.
Yeah, that's true.
It didn't even really get its own section. It was just kind of, hey, this thing might happen.
Yeah.
Then somebody called us out on it and said, "No, it hasn't been confirmed yet."
Well, I mean, now we have all of our we have lots of stuff we want to talk about regarding Hollywood studios. That's all
That's 100% all speculation.
all speculation.
And then there's all the speculation involving Epcot, which, as we mentioned, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago, the theme park wars, and
Yeah, it's gonna
how
be kind of
I
more
think
of that
New
kind of
Fantasyland is
conversation.
just kind of a ploy, just to see what Universal does, and Disney's gonna have this massive strike back.
We'll see.
That's what I think.
It's very interesting. We have tons of ideas of what we think the whole. Basically, we think Hollywood Studios is going to undergo a massive change sometime soon. If this whole Epcot revitalization happens, who knows? We'll see. But all of this we'll talk about next week. So I'm pretty much done. I don't have anything else to say. You?
I just want to quickly pull up the itinerary for the press event this weekend.
Okay, sure. All right.
As far as the dedication and stuff goes.
Okay.
So personally, we weren't invited because I don't know what Disney qualifies their standards as media and press, because some people that shouldn't have gone, like basic bloggers, kind of went. So it's also a really interesting thing because nobody's allowed to give out any sort of timings of what time events are taking place.
Yeah.
At the discretion of Disney, because they don't want other people just showing up and being there. Where it seems rushed. Anywho, so tonight is the Rock Your Disney Side party. So Disney had a 24-hour day in the park called Rock Your Disney Side, and this is, I guess, a party before just for media. Hashtag Rock Your Disney Side is currently trending on Twitter.
When is that? It's the end of May. It's Memorial Day weekend?
Is it this weekend or next weekend or
Is it like
something
Memorial Day weekend?
I think it could be. It's 23rd to 24th.
Yeah, that's Memorial Day.
So it's a few weekends away.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on past that. So the things that were involved tonight were pictures of Festival of Fantasy. The characters were doing meet and greets, Frozen character meet and greets, Festival of Lion King meet and greets, and more. There's some pictures all over the place if you look at hashtag Rock Your Disney Side on Twitter. So go ahead and check that out. Tomorrow is the big day. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train dedication. I'm sorry. And My Magic Plus, not dedication. Dedication's on the 2nd. So tomorrow morning, Disney is going to begin the official rollouts of My Magic Plus, kind of describing what's going on, explaining to everybody what's going on, and this is the official end to all the testing that's going on with it, and just the full-on release. Tomorrow, the Mine Train is going to be unveiled to press, where people are saying they might be able to ride it, but the issues might disagree. So there's at least going to be a walkthrough of the queue.
Right.
Without a doubt, they're going to send press through the queue, because what would be the part of the point of that? Then tomorrow night is a special party in Fantasyland, in which Disney promises some surprises. So the press is requested to bring cameras to that. So
that's tomorrow night.
That is tomorrow night.
I'll be on Twitter, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not
will
writing
I.
an essay actually, but
and
I'll be on Twitter.
This is where it gets interesting, because everybody's thinking the Return of the Dragon.
Oh, yeah, probably.
That thing that they spent a ton of money on only to use once.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Friday, this is the big day. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train dedication, and kind of a look ahead to see what Disney's going to do in the future. The attention is mainly going to be focused on, I guess, the opening, even though the ride's not going to be opening, which is just kind of where they say, hey, it's done, which it's not really done. They missed the deadline. So they're also going to be discussing the new things coming to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, updates on Disney Vacation Club,
the new things
Adventures
coming to Walt
by
Disney World.
Yes.
What do we know of besides Avatar Land and Disney Springs right now?
Don't know.
Is that
Don't
it?
know. Here's a quote. An around the world presentation early in the morning that will feature a look ahead to the ever-evolving theme park offerings at Walt Disney World, plus updates from Disney Vacation Club, Adventure by Disney, and Disney Cruise Line.
Huh.
And then after that, there will be the small dedication. It's a very small ceremony, as we showed you by the stage. It's nothing big. It's not the grand opening, and Disney has already stated that it's not going to open until later this month.
Right. Or, later.
But soft opening possibilities are always a thing.
You know what we said.
And then there will be panels discussing My Magic Plus, Rock Your Disney Side Summer, and the completion of New Fantasyland. Nowhere on this is the fact that tomorrow is the 25th anniversary of Hollywood Studios,
right?
And Disney is pushing all the focus into Magic Kingdom.
It's funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's almost like they don't have anything planned in Hollywood Studios.
I don't think there's anything
substantial.
Just kind of get your pins and stuff. But again, we'll talk about why that's the case next week, because we have a huge Hollywood Studios agenda planned. Also, we'll wrap up everything that happened in Magic Kingdom this weekend with the president, because there's going to be a ton of stuff. Hopefully we get some really cool things. If there's dragon footage, we'll make sure to show you. And yeah, that's that.
I think
so we'll see you guys all next week.
Botched the opening.
We'll see you guys all next week.
Thank you guys for watching. We shall see you next time.
Goodbye, everybody. This has been a fantastic week. Tons of stuff coming next week. We'll see you all then. Bye, guys. And that's on YouTube, by the way, not Twitch. Remember, go on discast.us/live. Do not go to Twitch.